outgoing Deputy CDF, service commanders, outgoing JECOS, division commanders, senior officers, ladies and gentlemen. Let me start by thanking Almighty God for this day. To God be all the honor and glory forever and ever. Let me express my profound thanks and gratitude to the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Uganda. It is through his wise stewardship that our great army has grown from 27 armed men on the 6th of February 1981 to the powerful force it is today. I want to thank Afande Saleh, our historical number 2 in the NRA UPDF, for coming to preside over this function. I want to thank the outgoing CDF General Mbadi for all the work you have done with your team in building our esteemed military. General Mbadi is an officer I have always respected, and I know he will do very well in his new assignment. We wish them well. UPDF continues to be the principal pillar of the Ugandan state. Ugandans can disagree on a lot of things, on politics, on how the economy is running, on inaction, on the scourge of corruption, and so forth, but they all respect and revere the UPDF. UPDF is the central institution of Ugandan nationhood. This is because entry into its ranks is open to all Ugandans, regardless of origins and circumstances. So the responsibility we bear is enormous and extends beyond the traditional security roles. I think most people in this room have heard of the term shaping operations through your military training. I think you've come across that term. Shaping operations are operations that create and preserve the conditions of success for the decisive operation. Shaping operations come before the decisive operation, and they create the conditions for success for the decisive operation. All the non-military roles that we do are shaping operations for military operations, for what they call kinetic operations. So we must continue our role in ensuring the non-military aspects of security: political security, economic security, food security, informational security, cyber security, and environmental security. In other words, one of the implied tasks of the UPDF is a comprehensive national security. This is the only way we can preserve our way of life against the sophisticated threats we face today. Those who would wish to destabilize Uganda are aware of shaping operations, so they also use it to counter us. So we must be aware of that and not give them that opportunity. As the global balance of power increasingly tilts towards a multipolar world, with the rise of powers like China, India, Russia, Brazil, Turkey, and so forth, This presents dangers, but also opportunities. UPDF must maintain its position as the champion of the Africans and the defender of African interests. The only way to do this is to fully embrace and internalize all the new and emerging technologies. We have done it before in the past. A good example is in Armored Brigade and artillery. But we're still facing some challenges like in Air Force. Air Force, we have not yet really managed to stand alone in our Air Force. As Mzee always says, we must resist the spirit of arrivism. Arrivism means thinking that we have done it all and therefore have nothing more to aspire to. This is what destroyed other revolutionary armies and movements in other parts of Africa. From military history, we know that those who lost wars were always preparing to refight yesterday's wars. They were not focused on today's and tomorrow's revolutions in military affairs. Mzee also says we must never be a Boy Scout movement like other armies in Africa. He is absolutely right. Our job always has to be to close with and destroy the enemy rapidly and very aggressively. Our training schools must disseminate this spirit to our young officers and soldiers. Those young officers and soldiers are the future of this military and must be educated in these values and in our history. The new team, I hope, will strive for only the best for our men and women in uniform, the best equipment, the best accommodation, the best health care, the best uniforms, the best education for our children, etc. This can only be done by fighting the evil of corruption and mismanagement of resources. I call upon all officers and men of the UPDF to join with us in banishing this curse forever from our beloved army. Just like we did some decades ago, over the issue of ghost soldiers. There was a time when ghost soldiers were a big problem for this force, but we managed to close that chapter. I believe that corruption and mismanagement of resources, too, will be a chapter that we close in the UPDF. Moving forward, I look forward to working with you all to achieve these objectives and more that we shall expound on in other forums. God bless Uganda. God bless the UPDF. Mungu pamoja nasi.
I congratulate you for your deserved elevation to this office. My tenure as CDF has truly shown me what a job this is. Without teamwork, it would be miraculous to talk of this desired success. The winning formula in pursuance of a consultative process is a consultative process with others through the laid down fora and collective responsibility for decisions we make together. These people come from different backgrounds and experiences. Please use the thin skull rule. Take each as you assess them. Always seek for the view of the commanding chief. Scale the mountain up to the top, but remember always to come down and connect with those you lead at all levels of the mountain. It is desirable and makes your work a lot easier. These are very fine people. Use each according to their abilities. Strive always to be fair, to be just, and to afford all of those under you an opportunity to exert their utmost and an opportunity to be heard whenever allegations are levied against them. That is simply the basic natural justice always talked about. Be a leader of all and never pass judgment or condemn anyone without affording them the opportunity to be heard. Finally, this is biblical, that to God, let me also account by reference to John chapter 17, verse 12. The Lord, I bring back your sons and daughters whom you had entrusted with me. And while I was with them, I protected them, meaning I guided them, and kept them safe, meaning showing them what is good morally, legally, professionally, and even if these ones fail, spiritually through my deputy CDF, he's a bishop. By that name you gave me. None has been lost except those who chose the path of destruction by themselves. Once again, I wish you the best of luck and God's blessings and daily guidance. I am readily and gladly available where and when needed to fill you in on other aspects of your assignment that may require further clarification. Thank you all for coming to witness this function, and thank you very much, Sir Presiding General and Senior Presidential Advisor on Defense, for sparing time to see us complete this positive cycle of change of command. God bless you and the entire UPDF fraternity. Arutha continua.